Hi Aries, and welcome to your September 2019 Tarot and Astrology reading. So in this reading, we are going to pull some cards to see how your September is going to go. We're also going to talk about your astrology. Now, I am a little behind this month, and I have a lot of personal readings booked right now that I'm also behind on. So I have not been able to take notes for your sign astrologically. So everything is going to be intuitively or off the top of my head when it comes to the astrology part. So yeah, hope that's okay. Also, the extended bonus reading that I do to these readings may be out a day or two after this reading, okay, over on Patreon, if you're interested or whatnot. So let's see what's going on for you. So Virgo season for Aries is literally Virgo season, if that makes any sense at all, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so all the signs fall in their natural houses. If you have an Aries ascendant, but even if you have an Aries sun or moon, you can still feel the energy of the Virgo 6th house because it's the 6th house from your sun or moon as well, even though it's not your true 6th house if you're not an Aries ascendant, but it's still gives off that vibe, that Virgo 6th house vibe of what are you passionate about? Like that self-discovery that we found in Leo season, and now that's carrying over to, you know, Virgo season now. That passion, that self-discovery and that passion, that self-will, that fire of Leo season moves to the mutable earth of Virgo, where we can practice it, we can change things, we can fix things, we can build things, we can craft things, we can really get into the nitty-gritty details, the finer things, basically. So that's kind of what you have to think about, Aries, this month, is any projects that you've been putting off, anything that you've been really putting off this whole year, that you really wanted to do this year, but you haven't been able to. Now, you know, as we get into these last few months of 2019, it's like, what's that thing that you've been just procrastinating on, or that you've been putting off, or that you started but never finished, that you really wanted to, you know, do this year, basically. And now's the time. Like, this is the time to do it. Like, this is basically your final chance, because not necessarily your final chance, but where you will get that Virgo hardworking motivation, you know, like you'll get that motivation that Virgo gets, and you'll be able to get in there and fix everything up and make it how you want it. So you have the Angel of Balance coming up here for your Oracle card for the month, Aries. So definitely seems like Libra energy is coming up here. Interesting. So I feel like some of you are going back and forth with something, trying to make a decision on something, trying to balance out your lives a little bit more. Things have maybe been a little bit out of whack, a little bit chaotic, and you've been trying to kind of figure out a way to really get things a little bit more balanced with this Angel of Balance card, right? So just something to think about here. And in the card we have the moon. It's not full, it's a crescent moon, right? We have, she's holding something. We have pyramids in the background as well. I feel like you're trying to find harmony in a situation. Maybe you're trying to agree on something with someone, compromise or something. Some of you could be dealing with some legal stuff. Woo. Yeah. Right off the bat. There was a lot of things said. Someone, possibly an air sign, had just that sharp tongue, and it's just like, you know. Someone from the past, possibly an air sign, or you just have an air sign in your life that is going through some things, right? But the good thing about the Ten of Swords, whether this is you or someone else, is we're at that point of surrender. We're at that point of truly and fully letting go all the way there. We have nothing left to give. We have nothing left to think about. Like, we are done, right? Surrender all the way. Peace out. Like, we fought the good fight, and now, like, it's time to move on, right? Now, I really feel like this is you guys possibly rethinking something from the past, or fighting something from the past, or this is an air sign from the past, or this is an air sign that is fighting about something from the past. That's kind of what I'm getting here, just the way the cards look right next to each other. The Knight of Swords right after the Ten of Swords. The Knight of Swords is running away from the Ten of Swords. So it's like someone may have did something that really kind of hurt you, or said something that really kind of hurt you, or vice versa, right? And now they're like, all right, peace out, like whatever. Yeah, definitely some shit from the past coming up here, Aries, for you guys to take a look at. Then we have your energy, King of Wands, and then we have the Three of Swords. Yep. So, there's definitely a situation that's coming to the surface from the past for you to heal. Someone, I feel like, broke your heart, or you broke an air sign's heart, or something along those lines. If it's not an air sign, it could be another fire sign, or you could have air in your chart if someone did this to you, right? There's just a lot going on here, basically. Five of Wands. Somebody else is either Sagittarius, I think, maybe. Someone else had a very similar reading to this. So we have the Chariot reversed, unable to move on. Okay, so we have Cancer energy coming up now here too, as well. Okay, so what this looks like, Aries, is that we were scared to move on somehow, or we had to leave behind a Cancer. Maybe we were very dependent on someone, or they were very dependent on us. We felt very vulnerable, or we're feeling very vulnerable towards the end of the month. And then we, you know what I mean, we move on. Leaving the past in the past. So some of you guys are trying to figure out how to maybe leave someone without hurting their feelings, or this is happening to you. But see, the thing is we have your energy coming up here towards the end of the month, where there's just like this success and writing off and your reputation and whatever. It's like we're coming out of some kind of fear, some kind of depression that had us kind of stopped for a long time, right? For a while. We were feeling lost. We had like a lack of direction. We have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. Oh, wow, Aries. The truth is coming out about something big, something that you did not see coming, that you do not see coming this month. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be an unexpected kind of turn of events somehow. You're not over what someone did to you in the past, I feel like. And you've been kind of fighting it, you know what I mean? Like not letting yourself feel it and acting like everything's okay and you're just on your high horse and whatnot. But this month is calling it forth for you to feel it. There's some direction that you've been going in that's just not it, Aries. It's not true to you. There's some kind of commitment. There's a lot here, Aries. So we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. We also have Leo energy coming up here. We've been kind of going back and forth with how we feel about a relationship or a belief system or a Taurus. This looks like games, a marriage maybe. A marriage. Something along those lines. And then we have the Five of Swords. So it's like fighting the good fight again, but we're walking away because we don't want to let someone else have that power over us anymore, right? And yeah, that's as far as we'll go for now. So yeah, big truths coming out, you know? Big truths coming out, truths that you didn't see coming. You may be cutting someone out of your life, or someone may be cutting you out of theirs, something along those lines. Now, if you're an Aries and you're like in a perfectly happy relationship and it's healthy, then it's probably not that, right? It doesn't have to be someone that you were romantically involved with. There's just someone that I feel like betrayed you in some way, or you to someone else, and you just did not see this coming. Like it's a huge wake-up call that you don't even see coming, Some of you guys have been depressed, and something's going to happen this month that's really going to pull you out of it, because the way that you're thinking right now is not aligned with what the universe has planned for you, basically. So, interesting. Towards the middle of the month, Aries, on the 14th, we have the Pisces full moon. And Pisces for you is your 12th house. So this is going to bring some things from the past to the surface. And that's why this could be coming up to finally kind of end things, right? To finally end things. Some of you guys could be dealing with children or some kind of guilt with children from the past. Guilt, shame, remorse, or just resentment, something along those lines from the past, because that's what I'm kind of getting that's coming up here. It's been hard for you to move on. And I feel like you've been kind of hiding how you really feel about something from the past that's going to kind of make its way to the surface for you. And then we have the Angel of Balance. So it's like some kind of karmic shit is kind of getting repaid here, right? The scales are getting balanced out for you to be able to fully and truly move on from whatever this is. There's something from the past that you're looking back on this month that is just kind of heartbreaking to you. And you're like, how did that happen? Or how could I have done that? Or how could they have done that? Or whatever. Saturn goes direct in Capricorn in your 10th house. So any work you've been putting into with your public reputation and your career is going to pay off. And then we have the Libra new moon on the 28th, and this is your relationship house. So as we get closer to your relationship house, there will be new beginnings in relationships. And we'll talk a little bit more about that next month. But yeah, Aries, I kind of hope this doesn't resonate. I mean, it's not like the worst reading, but it's also like there's a lot of growth here happening is what I see for who's ever reading this is. So let me know if this was your reading and you did resonate to it. Yeah, that is, I think, everything that I'm getting. We're going to go clarify all of this over on Patreon, so go check that out if you are interested. Also, if you didn't know, I have a new online course I am doing for spiritual development and soul alignment, where you can basically develop your spiritual gifts, learn self-love, learn how to be your authentic self, find your power, etc., etc. You can go check it out on my website if you'd like more information. I'm offering it for my 2 top highest membership levels on Patreon. But yeah, go check it out on TawnyMichelleTarology.com. And I hope you guys got something out of this reading. We'll get more into it in the bonus reading, but I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my other videos.